All right, let us continue. Question number C is x cubed plus 3x squared y plus 3x into y squared plus y cubed. Now here the degree it is equal to 3. Now how do we get 3? From which term? I don't write here from which term. It is because now if you look with the first term, the power it is 3. If you look with the second term, the power is 3. Now how do we get 3 in this x square and y? Because see, to find the highest degree, we can add the power of x square and y power 1. So this 2 and 1 can be add. So we get 3. So even here, that means we get power 3. Here it is degree 3, here is degree 3. So all in this given terms, the highest degree is 3. That's why our degree here is 3. Now coming to exercise 6.2, simplify the following. This is quite simple. Simplify the following. Now that means we have to calculate. Okay, we have to solve. Now what is given here is number A, 3x plus 7x equal to 3x plus 7x. This is given. Now in the next step, I just took common x. So I put x as the common in outside the bracket. So 3 plus 7 inside the bracket. So for this, when you add 3 plus 7, you'll get 10x. Now coming to question number D. Question number D is minus 18b plus 10b. So what is given here is minus 18b plus 10b. So in the next step, again, I took common with b. So what is inside is minus 18. Make sure that you don't miss minus, because there is a minus, so we have to write minus 18 plus 10. So you minus 18 plus 10, you get minus 8. And then multiply this minus 8 with this b, you'll get minus 8b. So when you minus, especially when you minus, you please check which sign is greater. Now in this case, why minus? Because 18 is greater than 10. So if 18 is greater than 10, you must look what sign is in front of 18. In front of 18 is minus. So that's why when you minus 18 plus 10, when you minus, you get 8. So the sign here is minus 8 because 18 is greater than 10. So minus is with 18 and plus is with 10. So therefore minus 8. Now coming to question number 2, simplify the following by adding the like terms. By adding the like terms, that means we have to we need to rearrange also. Now as you can see in question number B, almost similar to question number 1, but the only thing is in this question number 2 we have different type of terms. Now in question number B, we have a squared minus 3a plus 4a minus 8a squared. Now what we can do here, we have to rearrange the term, because to calculate it is easy for us if we rearrange first the term. Because see, if you calculate for a squared and 3a, we cannot do this one. Because why? Because here for a it is power 2 and here a is power 1. So okay, we cannot do for all this one at a time. So what we can do is to rearrange the term, all the like term as mentioned in the question. So the like term means with the same variable with the same power. That is known as the like term. The same variable with the same power. So first thing, I arrange according to power wise. According to power wise means come with the big power, then come with the small, then last would be the smallest power. So here I put a square minus 8a square. I bring minus 8a square as your second term, because I want to group with this a square so that the variable will be same. And then here also the same thing, I put minus 3a and then come with the last plus 4a. Now next step is I again took the common factor between these two terms. So between these two terms, the common factor is a square. Here so we have a square, here so we have a square. So I took common factor a square and put it outside the bracket. So what is inside the bracket is 1. Now we have to imagine that in front of a square there is 1. So 1 minus 8 and then a square. Now next, I don't want to put minus here. Even if you put minus, it is correct, but you must know how to multiply. But if I put with plus, it is just to put the sign as it is. So plus here, plus, and then you take common between these two, a and a. So I put a outside the bracket. So what is inside? It is minus 3. Don't forget minus 3 plus 4. Now what you have to do in the next step is you simplify this inside the bracket. So 1 minus 8, you get minus 7. Minus 3 plus 4, you get plus 1. Okay. Now next is exercise 6.3. Exercise 6.3 is question number 1a. 3a, we have to subtract 3a from 5a. 3a from 5a. Now in subtraction, we have to be very careful, because addition and subtraction, in arranging the number, there is a difference. Now for subtraction, when it says like this, subtract 3a from 5a. So from 5a, so that means this 5a we have to put it in front, and this 3a must put it in the at the back. So that means in between them there is a minus sign. This minus sign, it comes from where? It comes from this word subtract. So that means we have to subtract 3a from 5a. So same procedure as in previous exercise, we take common as a and then simplify for this. 5 minus 3, we get 2a. Now this b, we get 8b square from 3b square. So I put 3b square in front and minus 8b square. So here the same thing, you take b square, and then when you minus, you get minus 5b square. And then for c is a little bit tricky if you compare to a and b, because we have one expression in two terms. This is for the first expression, it is in two terms, and the second one, it is only one term. So what we can do here is to subtract 18a square plus 11. This 18a square plus 11, they are in one family. Okay, they are in one family. So when we write in our answer, it is like this. From 18, so 18 will come in front. So minus, it comes from this word subtract. And then since this is in one family, so we have to put in bracket. Because once there is a minus sign, whenever we have the expression more than two terms, we always put with a bracket sign, so that all the sign we have to, in all the sign that is inside the bracket, we'll have to multiply with the sign that is outside the bracket, this one. So here, first thing, we multiply the sign. This 17 will remain as it is, plus 17, because in front of 17 there is a plus. You can only multiply for this the sign at the back, not in front, at the back. So that's why in the next step we get minus 18a square, because minus into plus, here is plus. Okay, minus into plus, we get minus, minus to plus, we get minus. So that's why now we have only 1a square, 1a square. So I put this one in front, minus 18a square. Now for this, without the a, without the variable, that is only the number, so I group them. I rearrange. Now the next step is you simplify for this. For this first term, you cannot do anything because we have only 1a square. So you cannot plus or minus with the rest of these two, because there is no a here. There is no a square. So simplify this to 17 minus 11, we get 6. So the answer is minus 18a square plus 6. Now coming to question number 3. From the sum of 3a square plus 5ab minus 7b square and 11a square minus 6b plus 2b square, now subtract a square minus 2ab minus 3b square. So we have to do the sum and also at the same time the subtract, to subtract. Now what we have to do here is, first I'll go with the sum. Then after we get the solution from the sum, we have to subtract with this one, with this expression, a square minus 2ab minus 3b square. So first let us sum up with these two expressions, this one and this one. We add them. I try to show you in this in your rough rough side. First, what I write here is, I wrote here 3a square plus 5ab minus 7b square. And then when you root for the second expression also, you must root, if here is a square, then you must root a square with this is square, with this first term of the first expression. So even the same thing here, if there is AB here, so you must pick which one is AB in the second expression, and then you put straight to that AB. Now the same thing for B squared. You must arrange in this way. Okay, if A square here, here also must be A square. If here is AB, here also AB. If here is B squared, here also B squared. You need not look with the plus and minus sign. Alright, now let us try to solve this one. This is to add, okay, to plus. So we get 11 plus 3, we get 14 is square. Plus into minus, we get minus. So 6 minus 5, we get minus 1. Make sure minus here because 6 is greater than 5. So minus is greater than plus. So minus 1 AB. So minus 7 plus 2, we get minus 5 because minus is greater than plus. 7 is greater than 2. So after we add or after we plus these two expressions, we get 14a square minus 1ab minus 5b square. Now the final answer is to subtract. So they subtract this given expression from the expression that we had just plus. So that is 14a square minus 1ab minus 5b square. This one also I had shown in your rough work, that 14 is square. Now see, whenever we subtract, there is this word from. So this the number behind this from, the expression after this word from will be, we have to put it on top, and this one, the expression before from, we put it in the below. So we have to interchange, since we have to minus, we have to interchange the sign. We have to change the sign of this below expression. So that's why here we have plus, so this plus will convert to minus. Here we have minus, so this minus will convert to plus, and here we have minus, this minus also will convert to plus. So now you have to forget this the old sign. I can tell that the old sign for plus, minus, minus, you have to look with this new sign, minus, plus, plus. So you simplify this, plus here we have plus. Okay, plus and minus, we get minus. So when you minus in front of a square, there is 1. Remember, in front of the variable, if there is no number, it is always 1. So 14 minus 1, it is 13. Minus 1, 2, we get 1 because plus is greater than minus. Plus is greater than minus, so that's why we get plus 1. Then minus to plus, we get minus 2b squared. So that's why we get the answer 13a squared plus 1ab minus